What is up, Squared Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos. And I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I just had a lot of stuff going on at home, personally, with work and stuff. So I decided instead of putting out half-assed content, let me take a little bit of time off and just, collect myself and gather everything and make sure that, we're good to go. So I'm back. We'll be uploading regularly again this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like we have been. And of course, if you guys have noticed, we have been streaming our locals at Gamer's Edge every Saturday night. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that. I could definitely tell by, the amount of activity on those live streams that everything's pretty good. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying some live gameplay. For those of you who are concerned, we are following protocols. Everybody's wearing their masks. Everybody's socially distanced. So, I know it sounds a little crazy because we're in a card shop, but we are following protocol as best as we can. And a lot of our player base has actually gotten vaccinated. So, we're on to greener and brighter pastures, so to speak. So I'm definitely glad you're enjoying those. Shout out to Tristan and the Sensu Bros for covering the stream the weeks that I'm not there. That's definitely a nice little partnership. You should definitely go check out their channel there and give them a sub or whatnot. Follow them. Because they're going to be posting the live streams the weekends that I'm not able to do it. So basically what we're doing this week is we're just kind of prepping for set 13 release. This weekend is going to be pre-release at Gamer's Edge, so we are having our sealed tournament for the I believe it's the Goku Junior leader as well as the GT Adult Goku Unison card, which is part of the pre-release promos, which is what we're going to be getting this weekend. So I'm going to be looking forward to diving into set 13, cracking some packs, and seeing what we could build out of our 40 cards and hopefully pilot it to a successful finish at our locals. So I kind of want to shine some light on Supreme Rivalry. It is coming out this weekend after being delayed. We were supposed to get it in the beginning of May, but it was postponed to the end of May, at least in North America. Shout out to all you EU players. You guys got your stuff early. It's really great. Saw some posts on Facebook, in the community discussion group about people having cards or whatnot. That's really awesome that they were able to get their product. I know some people were salty about it, but that's just how distribution is in certain areas of the world. So there's been plenty of times where United States or North America has gotten product way before Europe or any of our, other countries in the world have gotten them. So I'm not really too worried about that. As far as obtaining product, I'm one of those players who used to always get cases or whatnot and make sure that I have all of the cards and collect everything from the set so I can experiment different strategies, different leaders, different archetypes, and make sure that I'm always in the loop. We are going to shift our focus a little bit here at No Counters, No Combos. I'm going to shift away from the overall collecting aspect of the game and just focus on what I want to play and try to make it good in the meta. Not that it's not fun having all the cards. It definitely is. It's definitely nice having a collection. And I definitely don't knock those who want to collect or prefer to collect, because it's, I definitely am well aware of how nice it is to open up your binder and see your collection in there and just be able to enjoy it, as far as, viewing it and amassing the collection that you've, attained over time. But I think there's a couple of reasons why I want to shy away from that. Financially speaking, it's not the smartest thing to do for me right now. A lot of prices have gone up. A lot of prices have skyrocketed because of this collection bubble, and it's just not realistic for those prices to, at least in my opinion, it's not realistic for those prices to hold water. I just don't think it's smart right now, and I'm gonna take a step back and I'm just gonna try to obtain the cards that I want to play from this set, from either trading or cracking a couple of packs, or maybe somebody in my play group can help me out with what I'm missing. And then eventually, if I can't get a hold of everything, I'll just purchase the singles, because that's probably your least expensive route. You guys are well aware that I'm very excited for future Gohan coming in set 13, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on mainly for the entire format until something else piques my interest. And a lot of the reason I'm doing this is because we have a really nice core of players at Gamer's Edge that like to play different things. So aside from me having to experiment with different decks just to kind of know the meta, what all I have to do is just watch guys like Tristan or Hudson, Matt, Jacob, Dylan, Kobe, just have them watch them pilot their builds, and I'll just be able to pick up the knowledge that way. So it's kind of like best case scenario for me, I can focus on what I want to play and just watch, good players pilot what they want to play, so I can just kind of get the gist of it. Now, as far as, pulling back the curtain for set 13, I definitely think King Vegeta is going to be a top contender for meta. It's just a really interesting archetype. It's just really nice how it kind of uses your opponent's board to help control, and I think Red just has a lot of really good power cards right now, especially like Violent Rays, and the new extra card that we're getting in set 13. I think Blue Gohan is going to be very interesting, like the Bojack Gohan. I also think Bojack's going to be really interesting, but as far as top, like my top 3 from set 13, like if you really want to focus on heavy meta, I would probably say Mechikabura, which is the black leader, King Vegeta, which is the red leader, and I think the third spot's a toss-up. Maybe like Bojack can sneak in there as like a top 3 from set 13. But I think it's pretty wide open. It's pretty there's a pretty good variety of what you could play, and if that doesn't always work, you can always revisit older strategies from like set 12 or set 11, or even set 10 if that's the way you want to go. But I'm going to be focusing on Future Gohan personally. I've experimented with a lot of different builds. I'm very close to finalizing said build, but I don't like to finalize my build until I have all the cards physically, because testing on untap is so different than testing in real life. Something might work online and it might not work in real life, and the RNG online is totally different than the RNG in real life. So I don't like to finalize my build until I actually have the cards in front of me, but I'm close. I mean, I think Gohan, I don't think it's anywhere going to be I don't think it's going to be anywhere near tier 1, but I think you could make the case for like a very low tier 1.5, borderline tier 2, which is okay, because there's not like a lot of major events that I'm getting ready to attend. So as far as like a local level, I don't mind grinding it out, with Future Gohan and trying to see how it stacks up against the competition. But that's pretty much what my plan is here for set 13, and I'm just gonna kind of just insert myself into other people's games and watching them, rewatching streams, focusing a lot more on other people's gameplay, just so I can learn what's going on and offer you guys better insight in these videos, as well as commentary on the battle chamber. So that's pretty much it. We're going to look forward now into set 13, and get on the races. I do want to mention real quick before we end the video, Bandai recently announced that they're officially reprinting sets 10 and 11, and it's going to be like an official second print. So for those of you out there who are collectors, this is great, because now the first edition or the original printing of the cards is going to have much more value. But for those of us who are trying to acquire, staples from set 10 or set 11, or just good cards to fill out our card pool, it's going to be also really nice to have that second edition printing, because they'll be able to allocate more product, and you'll be able to have more singles floating around in distribution, which is just overall healthier for the game. So I really do appreciate Bandai stepping it up and doing that. I know it's probably going to cost them money to reprint older sets, to a certain extent. I'm sure they have the templates already for the cards, but they are adding, second edition stamps onto the boxes and onto the cards themselves. And who knows, you might get an alternate art for something, a reprint or something like that. And you got to remember too, set 10, if they keep it the same as the first printing of set 10, it comes with the SR or SPR box topper. So there's going to be a lot more cards pushed into, into circulation, and it'll hopefully be easier for you guys to get hands on cards like God Sealing Technique, Charismatic Villain, Dormant Potential, stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the evolution of this game, not only in in the light of collectors or in that situation. I think it's a very nice game to collect, but I also like the way Bandai is helping the player base have more access to certain cards, especially for newer players. Like the Unison Warrior block has been so good for not only us as a player base, but also Bandai, business aspect, and it's a really good block to jump in as a new player. You have really good starter decks that you can buy and just kind of tweak and move forward, and then you have a lot of good staple cards, a lot of good counterplay cards, regular like counter attack cards, counter stuff. So there's a lot of good cards that you could just jump into the game now and start playing for those new players who are looking for that competitive edge from a card game. I'm not sure how the Yu-Gi-Oh scene or the Pokemon scene or the Digimon scene or even Magic the Gathering, I'm not sure how they're doing right now with the lack of in-person events. But for those of you who live in the northeastern Pennsylvania area, feel free to jump into Dragon Ball, because we have a really solid local. We get anywhere from like 12 to 18 players a week. It's just a good time. If you want to jam some cards out with the boys and windmill slam some stuff on a table, feel free to contact us. I'll leave all of the links in the description box down below on how to reach out to us or how to look up Gamers Edge and find out their information, as well as just general ways of interacting with members in our community. So with that being said, we're going to get on out of here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything No Counters, No Combos. We really do appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Be there or be squared.